Every excuse for not investing, ranked by how much it's cost people. I'm ranking the 10 excuses I hear most for not investing. Worst to least bad. Worst meaning, most expensive. Stick around for number 1. It's probably yours. Before we start, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a man who has heard every excuse a human being can invent to avoid doing something that takes 15 minutes to set up. So, let's go. 10 excuses. Counting down. Number 10. I don't know enough about the stock market yet. You don't need to know how an engine works to drive a car. People treat investing like it requires a license. It doesn't. It requires an account and a decision. The folks who say this usually spend more time researching their next phone purchase than their entire financial future. That's not ignorance. That's priorities. Number 9. I'm waiting for the market to crash so I can buy the dip. I love this one. It sounds smart. It is not smart. The people waiting for the perfect crash have been waiting since 2009. Some of them are still waiting. Meanwhile, the market just kept going up. Mostly. You're not Warren Buffett. You're a guy with a watch list and a grudge. Number 8. I'll start once I pay off my debt. This one's not stupid. This one's just usually a lie people tell themselves to delay both things. If the debt's at 24% interest, fine. Kill the debt first. I'm not insane, but I've met people with debt at 4% who used it as an excuse for a decade. That's not strategy. That's hiding behind a real problem to avoid a different, uncomfortable decision. Number 7. I don't trust the stock market. It's basically gambling. Sure. And a savings account losing value to inflation every year. That's not gambling. That's just slow, quiet losing with a guarantee. You're not avoiding risk by staying out. You're just choosing a risk you don't recognize because nobody yells about it on the news. Number 6. I want to enjoy my money now. I could die tomorrow. You could. Statistically, you probably won't. I've buried people who said this. I've also watched plenty of them turn 70 and very much regret the math. You're allowed to enjoy your money. Nobody's telling you to live like a monk. But I might die is doing a lot of heavy lifting for what is usually just not wanting to think about it. Number 5. My family doesn't really do investing. We're not those kind of people. This one's heavier than it sounds, so I'll be careful with it. Money habits get inherited like everything else. If nobody in your family ever talked about it, it's not your fault that you don't know. But it is your decision whether your kids get to say the exact same sentence in 30 years. Number 4. It's too complicated. There's too many options. There are. That's true. There's an overwhelming amount of noise. But complicated usually means I looked at it for 4 minutes and got scared, not I researched this properly and concluded it was unsolvable. You don't need the best option. You need a reasonable option done consistently for a long time. That part isn't complicated. That part is just boring. People confuse boring with complicated because boring doesn't feel like it deserves their attention. Number 3. I'm too young. I have time. This is the one that costs people the most money and feels the least urgent, which is exactly why it's dangerous. Time is the one ingredient you cannot buy back later. The 25-year-old who starts has an advantage the 45-year-old can never fully catch up on, no matter how much more money they throw at it. I have time isn't a plan. It's a countdown you're not paying attention to. Number 2. The economy's bad right now. It's not a good time. I've heard this excuse during a recession. I've heard it during a boom. I've heard it during a pandemic. I've heard it when the economy was by every measure completely fine. There is no year where someone didn't say this. There is no year, there won't be a reason to say it again next year. Bad timing isn't an economic observation. It's a permanent excuse with a seasonal costume. Number 1. I'll start when I make more money. This is the one. This is almost everyone's. And here's the uncomfortable part. The habit doesn't show up later just because the income did. I've watched people's salary triple and their excuse stay exactly the same sentence. The lifestyle just grows to meet it. The amount was never actually the problem. The decision was the problem. And the decision doesn't get easier with more zeros. It just gets more expensive to keep avoiding. I'm going to drop the bit for a second. If you recognized your excuse in this list, that's not an insult. That's just the first honest thing that's happened in a while. Everyone on this list is the same person. They just said it in a different year. You don't need more money to start. You need 15 minutes and the willingness to stop being clever about why you haven't. That's the list. Tell me which one was yours. I already know most of you are typing it right now. I'll see you in the next one.